Joining us now, Mark Morgan, friend of the program, former acting commissioner of Customs and Border Protection, now with the Heritage Foundation as a visiting fellow. Okay, you listen to Kamala. You see Joe has done nothing. They won't even admit barely that it's a crisis. I've never seen anything like this. Imagine if Donald Trump were building more and more and more cages for these kids in the middle of a pandemic. And the images that we've seen, what do you think the media reaction and Democratic Party reaction would be to that, Mark Morgan?
Yeah, Sean, absolutely. Look, and I was part of that. I just laugh sometimes when I see the current administration and the softball questions. I've been there. I've stood at the podium at the White House, and I can tell you, Sean, you know that. We talked before. There's no way. I never had a softball question lobbied at me. It's absolutely a joke what's going on. And Vice President Harris, look, Sean, there's not enough time on your radio show to unpack the spin, the misdirection, and blatant lies. I mean, when she talks about that basically we pulled out the Northern Triangle countries, that they have to rebuild. Sean, you know that is a blatant lie. And I can't believe the media is not calling on her. Look, hope is not a strategy. We cannot rely on other countries, even though we have to partner with them, but we cannot rely on other partners to fix our broken immigration system, to close the loopholes and incentives that this administration is causing and that our broken immigration system causes. Hope is not a strategy.
We're not even close to what will likely be the height of this migration into the U.S., are we?
Sean, you're absolutely right. But we still have about 2.5 months of peak immigration season that we normally encounter. But look, this is not normal, because normally what we're seeing before the crisis of 2019, which, by the way, we were honest with American people and we called it for what it is now that we're dealing with unaccompanied minors and families, is that all seasonal norms are off the chart, and that the smugglers and the migrants themselves, they know what's going on with our policy better than most Americans do. And they know that right now, if you come to the border as an unaccompanied minor, you're going to be released. If you come as a family, you're going to be released. But here's what's key, Sean. Here's what your listeners need to know. It's more than that they're going to be released into the interior United States. That's the front end. We're building the welcoming centers. It's what they're doing also on the back end. They've removed 90% of ISIS enforcement authorities on the back end. So now everybody that we're seeing be released into the United States, we know that we will never hear from them again, and they're going to be allowed to stay here illegally because they prevented and prohibited ICE from actually lawfully removing them, creating a sanctuary country on the back end. That's where we're at right now.
I mean, you think of all the hard work that you and all the people that were building the wall, we were able to secure the border and get things under control. And then you see, not only that, then you have states like New York giving up to $15,000 to illegal immigrants. Now, this is on top of whatever services, be it they're using the school system or whatever other services they may be using that is taxpayer funded. I believe in merit-based immigration, but first and foremost, I think the law needs to be followed. We're a nation of laws. If they don't like the laws, they can't ignore the laws, and they can't facilitate law breaking. And if you don't like the immigration laws, they ought to change it, or at least attempt to. But they're doing it all by executive fiat and by ignoring the law, which I don't think would work out very well for me or you, Mark Morgan.
But Sean, amen. Amen. I couldn't have said it better. I mean, it is that simple. Look, I've been serving this country for 35 years, 6 administrations, Republican, Democrat. This is not a right or left thing. This is an American thing. This is a rule of law thing, just as you said. And look, I'll be the first one in line that if Congress does what they should be, and if they change the law, then I'll support that law. But look, you have proposals like the one Sinema and Cornyn are trying to put forward that doesn't address the root cause of the broken immigration system. It's just going to help this administration release and process those of illegal in the country faster and continue to reward them. Instead, what he should be doing is rolling up his sleeves and addressing the Forest Settlement Agreement, which limits our ability to detain, TVPRA, which says we have to keep unaccompanied minors from outside of Mexico, and the asylum process. That's what they should be focusing on.
All right, Mark Morgan, appreciate all the work that you've done over the years and also telling the American people the truth because Biden's immigration executive action triples every past president in the modern era. And again, by just bypass an entire co-equal branch of government, that being the legislative branch. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.